on there, no problem, no sweat.
He a
Drop 42.
bucket.
Yo, he's a bucket. He's not. He can't be really guarded like that.
He give him a 10-day. I'm thinking he gonna get a whole.
But I don't know how we gonna be able to fit him in full roster.
Man, just throw him in. Give him some minutes after Westbrook sit down, man.
Because you got Avery Bradley though.
You got Malik. You got Avery. You got what I'm saying. But you go even on third team.
Now, how you feel about? I feel like he's better than Avery Bradley. That's the problem.
Not defensively. He's a liability.
Like defensively, score. He's a bucket though.
He's a bucket.
Like he's somebody you definitely like. You know what I mean? You need to go get a bucket real quick, get back in the game. He might be a good little, wake up call.
That's what I'm saying. But I fuck with the move though, to be real.
Yeah.
Off the bench, I'm fucking with that.
6 through the 10. Ooh, wait. All right, guess I'm gonna put my time in now.
Stop playing with that, man.
What's this?
Are we on YouTube as well?
6 through the 10.
Stop.
Okay, so all right, come. I'm gonna fly out there. I ain't playing. Y'all can drive out. Y'all want to? Southwest like $50.
I'm thinking about driving out that motherfucker. I'm flying out that motherfucker.
Right out of Ontario.
I got it from my sensei. A Ku Klux song won't be 10 Ks. My shooter got me, I made sure his rent paid. A grimy nigga, but he don't work 10K. He wears a Vinci, he don't even fit J's. A sharpshooter, you should see him switch blade. I be doing shit these niggas wouldn't understand. Stop playing with that man. Where was niggas at when I wrecked those 20 bands?
Stop playing with it, man.
Where was niggas at when they was trying to get a chair?
Stop playing with it, man.
Where was niggas at when one wasn't playing fair? Yeah,
Stop playing with it, man.
Stop. Yeah, stop playing with that man.
That nigga still sound like he asleep.
Yeah, he's rapping though.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
This shit hard, bro.
This Western
Mama,
Wood.
this shit hard.
Yo. Give a fuck if you niggas frost, man, we been the coldest. Yeah, I serve your honey and he ain't never folded. And find me up at the top with the crown molded. And I been tried through the fire and I was found golden. Niggas thought we was lost, but we was bound stolen. We the cream of the crop and you the semicolon. Pause. This a flawless victory. And we gon' run with the law for a couple centuries. This shit is big to you.
Yeah, come on through, man. Pull through, yeah.
All about my history. You a Christian, lower than the centipede. Wanna down niggas, I ain't never checked my Hennessy. I keep it trill, but you a liability. Grown man business, call it heavy artillery. I keep it trill, but you a liability. Grown man business, call it heavy artillery. I keep it trill.
I keep
Shout
it
out
real.
to Barack. Ice, not the side. What's happening?
Never trust a bitch born on her birthday. Never seen a real nigga that's her first take. I'm a shit talker, I got wordplay. You hop in the UBK, that's what the shirt say. Should David on me, I ain't Jewish though. I don't like Christian spirit, they just moving it on. You ain't in the truth, nigga, prove me wrong. I don't fuck with any type of bitch,
You unruly hoes.
Yeah, price going up. It ain't tequila and I'm bottle running, you pouring up. That's a gab off, cash a lot. Man, you ain't in the field, you a mascot. I want a natural bitch, fuck a cash dog. She knows she gotta be in order with me, I'm an asshole. I'm sure when this makes sense life, I want every bitch crave on that
Appetite. That nigga crazy. That nigga said, I'm with every bitch crave. I'm her appetite.
Bitches do me crouching.
Start.
What's the one West? People think me strips
The only thing we holding down
but they ain't been with the UBK
till we go to ground.
Once in another day to tell the story, know it now. Shamar, I'm trying to get
Pussy niggas that wanna clown.
Keep on playing these fucking games,
You be verified.
We take shots like you the range and now you paralyzed. You ain't wanted it with the gang, oh, we verified. We do my things for the cane, so we sterilize. You fucking for the 80, but none of y'all be sterilized.
Yeah, that nigga hard, bro.
So rock tonight. That nigga, I got told everybody, he's top 5 years. I don't care what you say. Lyrically, no. People don't like, and they don't be miss this shit too.
Rock ice, cause your boy got a cold quill. 100 yards on the whole field, but the nigga got no chill. I'm
That
kicking
nigga
the trip.
said, now I mean, niggas can't do this right here. Niggas can't do that. No.
It's
a rap now.
I
tell him all the time, keep that shit coming.
Nigga for talking under your breath, bitch.
Nigga said, nah, man.
Hey, give it up, man. We up in the motherfucking building, man. One West Radio. You know what I found out?
What's happening?
You get demonetized or you get put deeper down in the algorithm if you cuss in the first 90 seconds, and I just cuss in the first 5 seconds.
Shit happens.
Yeah, I apologize. I apologize.
I apologize, man. Being real is a problem.
Yeah, cussing, I guess, is an issue. I won't cuss for the next 90 seconds. What's happening? Another edition of the Late Night Show, One West Radio. You hear me? I'm with Captain Cuomo Hall right now to my left.
What's happening?
To my right. No, I'm fucking with you. That was under 90 seconds. Oh, man. I'm just, I'm in an excellent mood, man.
Hey, listen, why not be?
You know what I'm saying? Excellent mood. Shout out to Nazar. Brought us that good old. Can you go get that bottle, brother? If you don't mind. Brought us that good old drink, man. It's right here, ain't it? It's on the chair right here. Oh, you thought I meant the other bottle? Nah, I wanted to show them what you got us. Yeah. Can we keep that as a collection like you're doing? Oh, my brother got this excellent bottle of tequila. It's really good. It's really good. I'm gonna leave this right here for the people. Y'all wanna
I know how we was drinking.
Get down with that John right there. It's really good tequila. A lot of things going on as usual. We come back in the week as priests of God. Just always, I'm like, damn, did you see that this week? You see that this week? Like, that is wild. Like, what happened this week? Something happened this week.
Man,
I seen something. Hold on, bro. Before we get on to the couple of topics, I seen something. 1 second.
Talking about the judge.
Oh, you see that? Okay, you saw that, right? I put it on my Instagram. I put it on my story on social media. The judge, she's a judge in New Orleans, right? Mm-hmm. They see someone breaking into their house or watching the camera. Someone's recording. She's like, something like, that's a nigger. Look at that nigger. Mm-hmm. That little roach. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, I'm like, this is a judge, right?
Yeah.
This is a judge. You got to be, I think you got to go to school for damn near 12 years, or I don't know about 12. I'm not for sure, but it's 6 years, I think, minimum to become a judge.
Well, first and foremost, you have to pass the bar, number one.
Yeah.
Then you got to pass the bar, and then you have to go through.
Because you're a lawyer first.
You have to go through that process. Mm-hmm. To be a judge, you have to be voted in.
Yeah.
You just don't become a judge.
You got to be trusted.
Yeah, you have to be trusted with who you are as an individual. But you understand the criminal activity that goes on.
Absolutely.
But to see what that happen, see that type of situation happen, no wonder it's so many niggas in Angola.
Right. It's so crazy. Angola's in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Most high in Christ. It's so crazy. Like, I mean, it's not really crazy to us, but it's like, damn, this is always confirmation. But what's the other word? When it's consistent information.
Yeah,
that these judges hate us. They're the people who sentence you to 40 years, like 40 years in prison. Like, I remember Gilly the Kid was talking about. He said this years ago before the show. He was like, these judges think you a tree, man. Mm-hmm. They give you 250 years, man. Like you a tree.
Nigga gonna live that long. nigga like my last name was Redwood.
Right. You know what I mean? You a tree to these people. Go ahead.
So just to add to that, this is just a recent incident that happened too in Colorado with a so-called Hispanic man who got sentenced to 130 years in prison because he caused I guess he was driving his truck and he fell asleep at the wheel and caused an accident where 4 people died. So they sentenced the brother to 130 years.
That's an accident, though. Like not to say that people that lost their lives don't deserve any justice, but 100, that's manslaughter on 4 counts. That's at least like, okay, at the minimum 20 years. At the max 20 years, I should say.
Sir, I got an uncle that he's my cousin, but you know how in black families when you got a family member that's so older than you,
yeah.
He was raised as
your uncle. He grew up with your father, basically. Yeah,
pretty much, right? Man, he went to jail during the 3 strike rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got a running joke. We call that nigga the Kit Kat Bandit. Because this nigga got 100+ years for stealing a Kit Kat.
This you know this person?
Man, this is my family member. And the only reason that he got off...
He got striked out?
He got striked out, but then, he was able to appeal it due to the 3rd strike law because the petty offenses, they realized people were getting petty offense for stealing a bike,
Yeah.
Stealing something very simple.
Right.
Now we don't condone stealing,
No.
but you telling me stealing a candy bar was worth 100 years?
Yeah, like it's just like go to Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin, you walking through a neighborhood that you don't live in, supposedly, even though he did.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve death because you told a security guard, man, shut up, man, shut the F up, man, stop following me. So now you deserve death because you beat the cat up who rushed you. Like you telling me, what's the cat that named Jordan Davis? I think he was the one that was playing music.
Yeah, in Florida.
Yeah, he got killed because his music was a threat to that white man. Like, damn, like, and then let's not stop right there. Let's not stop with this judge who who hates black people. Obviously,
yeah, facts.
She hates black people. She asked for patience. She asked for prayer. She asked for understanding. She said this like, I pray that you guys understand me and pray for me. Okay, damn all that, because you looking at these cats and sending them to jail forever. And there was a black brother who just got released from prison for something he didn't do after 26 years. Not saying that she put him away, but it's just this a system.
Yeah,
you better roll. No sweat. Go ahead.
Then you see why Kyle Rittenhouse is not even getting put in prison. And meanwhile, you got this brother that gets sentenced to like over 100-something years.
Come on, Rittenhouse went on a damn podcast the next week and said he hates LeBron James.
Yeah,
look, I fucking hate LeBron James. That's what he said.
Look, but that's the reality. You know why? Because you know who Kyle Rittenhouse is. You know who his hero is?
Who's his hero?
Oh boy, what's his name that killed Trayvon Martin?
Get the fuck out of here.
That's his hero.
That's he said that?
No, I'm saying you can tell that.
Oh God,
I'm saying
damn.
like because who else got off for killing?
I thought he said that.
No. I ain't saying that.
Nigga, hey, I was man.
But are you surprised though?
No.
Yeah, I mean, what's
he reminds me of a young
Zimmerman.
About,
Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Like Zimmerman, after he got off, guess what he did?
Became a damn what's that called? What's it called when you're famous? He became a damn
what, a celebrity?
Celebrity, yeah. He did.
Yeah. So much that how Kyle Rittenhouse went and boasted about his situation.
Mm-hmm.
So did Zimmerman go by selling his gun for $100,000 that he actually shot Trayvon Martin with.
I don't know, and I think it was 250,000.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the reality of this place. Like they go in and they make a mockery, and then you know somebody that bought it. Now that's memorabilia. That's a token of something that they'll pass down to their son, and they'll be like, "What, Pop? What's this? What's this gun? Oh, that's the gun that killed that one kid, Trayvon Martin. That's gonna learn to respect white people." It's like a statement for them.
It's so crazy, man. I feel like I always got like this closeness to Trayvon Martin,
man,
because I remember when I came into the truth. I think I was a trooper or a young officer. That was the first time I was in the truth and someone black got killed. And like I really don't, or I didn't pay attention to brothers getting killed until I got into the truth.
You didn't put too much notice and focus on it.
Yes, but I honestly think like, was that even happening like that?
Yeah, because
like think about that.
No,
though.
I know what you mean, because your mind pacifies you to think like you
just don't even know the news. Yeah.
See, like, is that really going on?
Yeah.
Like
Trayvon Martin was the first one for sure that started it off. But like before that, brother, the only person I can think of is what's that nigga in LA that got beat up?
Rodney King.
And that's sad.
No, that's facts.
But the consciousness that you get, not to sound like a fucking what's that called?
Uncle Tom?
No, god damn.
I don't know where you was going.
Not to sound like a
I'm saying it because
conscious
Tom,
nigga.
Yeah, or conscious
like
nigga.
A conscious nigga because
niggas Uncle Tom too.
That is though. But I can't remember someone who getting wrongfully murdered. But he wasn't a police, but by a police personality, basically.
Yeah,
Than Trayvon Martin before him, like in my lifetime at least.
I mean, there was, but you
for sure was.
You just didn't get. He wasn't a focus for you personally.
Nah.
Yeah,
so that's why I feel like I have a close relation to Trayvon Martin's death, because it's like that was the first one for me, and after that it was like hella.
I didn't want to be joking about it. I thought you was gonna be like, man, because I like Skittles in Arizona.
What?
That's the whole thing. You remember that
Skittles in Arizona?
Yeah, I thought that's where you was going. On
Skittles in Arizona. What's that mean?
That Trayvon Martin.
Oh, he had the Skittles
in Arizona. Remember when they tried to protest by buying the Skittles in Arizona wearing the hood?
Bruh, that's sad.
Like, because that was the Christian way of going about that shit. They thought that was their way of protesting, like how weak it was when the old man disrespected the players on the Clippers, and they just turn their
Donald Sterling.
Like we make ourselves look so weak.
Nah, but damn, you said that right now, and that brought me to like, damn, Trayvon Martin was like a kid, man. He was 17.
He would be your nephew.
Yeah, like or like a young
little
cousin or something. Yeah, young brother. Like I was older than Trayvon Martin when he got killed.
Huh.
I was like at least 4 years older or something like that.
So you'd be your little brother.
Yeah, like that was sad, man. And then to know that he went out, I'd rather him be alive, but he wasn't no punk either. He beat that cat's a grown man's ass.
No, yeah, he put tips on him.
Yeah, and that's why he put out his gun.
Yeah, because he was getting his ass whooped.
And he the one that started the attack.
Yeah,
and then he got off. God damn, Quan. Like, it's so important for us.
What the fuck is going on in the South?
Nah, but listen though, it's so important for us. Well, you know, the South, anywhere really.
I know, yeah, but yeah.
But that's why it's so important for us to have, you know, that's why we here in the UPK. Like, it's so important for us to have the Lord's protection, man, because now he died. Mm-hmm. He died. Of course, he wasn't in the truth, and you know, that's okay. You know what I mean? But we as a story that's such a tragedy, we would never forget that shit.
No, we won't.
We'll never forget Trayvon Martin getting wrongfully murdered for just being a brother who had good grades, and how they demonized them
as they always do
in the courtroom.
Yeah, to paint a narrative
and bringing that and not to talk bad about the sister, but she was illiterate. She wasn't very bright. She wasn't very smart, and she didn't help anything in that case. And they knew that, and they used her, manipulated her to destroy their brother's image. It was just
they assassinated his character. So for the benefit to justify what was done,
which is a dirty game from a lawyer. What you got to do?
Yeah,
to win the case.
Yeah, and that's the game, and that's how you know that the ways of this world are not for us, man.
All right, man.
And what you saying, Kev, is so heavy because we're in essence what we saying is when you gonna wake up and realize that we need to be over you in the authority of you.
That's a fact. That's on the Bible.
You know what I mean? Because the moment you wake up and realize we're the authority of you, and you start paying your tithes and funding this truth and getting brothers in position to be the men, how the like the police get to run the streets and do the things that they do because the world funds them.
Yeah.
So people that think that they're activists and soldiers for their community, it's right for them to go and be a police officer.
And they're not even full of integrity. Like,
come on,
just imagine.
You know what I'm saying?
Not to say every cop. I'm not going to just say.
No, we're not going to justify.
But this is what I will say though. This is the problem. When you see more than half of your members being disloyal to your badge and disloyal and having no honor or integrity to the badge, that should be a place that you leave. And that's when you become fuck foul. That's when we look at you like, nah, you one of them.
But they are one of them because they allow it. A lot of these I've talked to. I got people in my life from my children's family members that I've had personal conversation with that have worked in law enforcement, been in big cases with FBI involvement, and we've sat down. They've been asked to do interviews, and they're afraid to talk because of the conversations that they've had, and and when that was said to me, I was like, oh, because you're a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I say that to say we have to antagonize them the way that we can't give them the credit that we feel like you're giving them too much credit, in my opinion.
Right.
Because your moral compass is, I don't want to blame you for what others do, but I have to blame you because how we live. Because we in the truth, I've seen a lot. Be warned. I don't know if y'all seen what's been going on, but there's a lot of people that have been here or not here anymore.
Yeah,
that's because we clean house, and we make sure that we're going to keep this house of the Lord clean. If they were really who they said they were, they would have kept this place, their job clean. But they allowed it to be dirty. They're okay with it being dirty. You know why? Because that paycheck still comes every 2 weeks. Yeah. That pension still comes every 2 weeks.
That's what I swear I was going to go there.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't about cleaning up the community. It's about getting that check.
Yeah. I get to still go do those drug buses where we do give them back some of the money, but we split some of that money between each other because I am a criminal and I've learned to accept the criminal ways of this place because it's survival.
If I was a cop in the world after watching all the damn movies and shit, why wouldn't you take? Listen, I'm about to take this 10 bands, but I'll let you off though. But I'm gonna take this 10 bands. You jail? You want to go? I'll be like Denzel. Oh, you want to go to jail? Or you want to go home?
What you want to do?
Hey,
I drop you off over here,
yeah.
and you
And
know,
hey,
figure
listen,
it out.
you pay me that 20 bands, you free. You a free
Yeah,
man.
you a man. What? What?
I'm the judge and the jury.
Listen, and listen. This sounds funny, right?
Right.
But this is the reality of what goes on in the streets
Right.
and in prison.
Facts.
You wonder, like y'all. This is the funny thing. I would watch like on social media. You see TikTok, you see Instagram, right?
Yeah.
You see all these brothers in the prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which are absolute hustlers. You wonder, and I read the comments. You hear all these liberals and these just weird people in the world that have no sense of understanding of how the world works. How are these criminals getting phones in here? And how I seen this person walk out in a Gucci outfit.
Come on, say it.
You know what I'm saying?
Say it.
But
Why?
guess what? It's because the people that you trust in are the real criminals.
Yeah, them guards is bringing
Everything in there.
I be like, them niggas got Domino's pizza.
Yo, hey.
Why they got a flat screen and a PS5 in the prison?
And listen,
like,
listen.
You know?
I saw this, sir. I was watching a video. Nigga was walking through Proud with a box of some KFC chicken.
Come on,
and
how he get the KFC, man?
You know what I'm saying?
They just smuggled it in their ass.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, he walked that right in there, and the other inmates mad, and he walked in. One of the inmates got mad enough to like, man, give me that. He was like, man, I'm fighting over this chicken, dog, because I'm putting in the work to do this. And
I mean, I dig it though.
Oh, I ain't mad at him.
Like
it's
you can't tell me that these cats got phones in the jail, right, in the prisons, and KFC and Domino's and flat screens and again and a PlayStation and women. Hello.
Oh, come
on. And it's not
conjugal visits.
Conjugal visits.
It's not
just
their wife.
It's just some I don't know. What's that called? Guard. What's that?
Yeah.
Correction
officer.
The COs is in there getting all done up trying to have sex with his brothers in jail.
Man,
like that's what's going on.
Like, sir, this is a reality. I'm into like watch because my mind state is I know that at some point
the topic of the conversation, please keep that point.
Yeah.
The topic of the conversation is the corruptness in this place.
Yeah,
this place is corrupt, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Like in prison, right? Like they have something called prison cute.
Yeah, prison cute.
Prison cute.
Okay, break it down.
You got those correctional officers. You wonder why these ugly, disgusting women that would never get play on the streets ever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm talking about, you just like, damn, like she is just all not together in no way. No. Like you can't even look at her and just say she's cute. But that's
part of the reason why they take the job.
No, I know.
Not to jump ahead.
No, con. And they call them prison cute, right? And they go in here, and this is the cold part. There's a statistic about how many of these guards end up pregnant, end up having relationships, end up getting fired or getting sent over because all of the miscorruption is because of them coming into the place.
If I could, that's why in the South they love hiring lesbians and dykes, right? So I don't know if dykes is, excuse me if it's dykes is
bull daggers. I don't know.
Nah, but okay, so in the South they love hiring the homosexual, the gay women to do it because gay women are so-called not interested, so-called. but no, I definitely know that for a fact women go in there and women being they're not too bright, they're not too smart.
Nope.
But they love the attention.
Yep.
They love the constant conversation. These guys got nothing but time.
It's a fantasy.
So he's in your ear. Like imagine a man being at work for 8 hours and not talking to his woman. Then imagine being in a woman's ear for 8 hours. Nigga, his whole job is talking to a woman all day. Man. She gonna give him something.
It's like he gonna go in that joint with all them 8, 10, 12 hours, and he's going to tickle her fucking brain thoughts.
And when he do that, he gonna get some vagina.
Oh yeah, and listen, it's a fantasy for
and
him.
Not only that, he gonna get a phone.
Come on.
He gonna get some food.
He gonna get a pack.
He gonna get money on his books. He gonna get all this because you are you're a corrupt government with a corrupt organization with corrupt police and corrupt COs.
Man, and listen, like, and that's the reality of it. Like, what we telling you is not a game, it's not a joke, and it's just to double back and pull a 180. This is why the judge can say the things she thinks she can say.
Hold on, the sister said this. It's like
Please go ahead, sir.
She said, "I have family that retired in the police force in New York City, and another family member that was retired Fed. It's not easy to be moral in there at all. A lot of corruption for sure." And it's like, not to cut you off,
Yeah,
Quan,
kinda,
but
you good.
it's so true because my uncle, my biological father's brother was a FBI agent undercover and all that. And I never and I wasn't around my father. I was around my stepfather. My stepfather was a gangster.
Mm-hmm.
My father I didn't really know him. But then just to know that my uncle, my biological uncle, was an FBI agent, it's just like, bro, you weird. You know?
Real talk.
And it's like growing up, it's like, damn, you an FBI agent? I don't never want to be no
You're an
FBI
informant.
agent. Yeah, so and then he was so deep in it, he had to retire. Like he went to Cal Berkeley, retired at 36 years old as an FBI agent because he was like, it was too much. It was too much for him. You feel what
real
I'm saying?
talk.
Like it was too heavy, too crazy, and I was like, hey, I remember he telling me this, and I'm just like, yeah, you weird. Like
real
you just
talk.
weird to me. Like this is
Look.
weird that you even thought that you could do some shit like that.
Cap, if I tell you right, listen, one of my bros I grew up with, I've always wondered what his moms did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I like his mom, like I knew she worked for the police department, but like she always was gone for certain times.
Yeah.
My dude would always like he would throw the biggest house party. Like he would throw house parties, right? And it was a whole different situation. You had a house party and the house is fly, and police neighbors come through, and then the cops would get there and he'd be like, "Oh, don't even trip. Let me walk outside real quick." And they'd be like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Like he would literally, "Oh man." They'd be like, "Oh, where your mom's at? She's going right now." And he'd be like, so like, you just throwing the party? Yeah, I'm throwing the party. What you gonna do about it? Like, and I used to
had the full authority though.
Yeah, but and then eventually it came out. I found out after talking to him like, bro,
like, nigga, my mom's feds, bro. What they
and
gonna do?
His mom's really was in that lifestyle, and he would put me on to certain things, would catch me out of a lot of trouble. And I'm bringing that I'm saying it to say like some of the people in your gangs. Because I done been in situations like how you said your people he had to get out at 36.
Yeah.
So I was somewhere with him. We was going get where we was going, but we was going to go handle some business. And we seen a whole bunch of people that he was rolling like that he knew. He was like, "Yo, you see old boy with the Charger, the Challenger, and whoop whoop and whatever the case may be." He was like, all of them dudes
Monte Carlos too.
Yeah, Monte Carlo. Oh yeah. Man,
them was fed
all feds. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait a minute, what? He was like, yeah, you saw he flamed up and blooded out? Yeah, he act like he's from such and such hood, and he be over there pressing lines, but he really the police.
Remember, even with shit, like if you go listen to or watch Tupac and Biggie story, how many feds was caught up in they was actually police that was gang banging though. From a hood, remember that? Like those things happen, bro. Like it's crazy. They play both sides.
Right, facts. And like that's why we say like this place is so corrupt because these police officers, these lawyers, these judges, they're the real criminals.
Yeah,
they're the ones that are real. They really are they're responsible for allowing these things to happen for you to you don't gangbang because you want to gangbang. You gangbang because they let you gangbang.
Like granted, whatever that white judge that called said nigger, she said nigger, the hard R, right?
With the ER.
Yeah. Granted, them cats that come in front of her, so-called are alleged criminals. Does she even care?
Absolutely not.
Does she even care that you're alleged, or is she biased to the evidence and biased to your look and biased to black people's culture and biased to black people being in prison? That she just tends to send you to prison for a longer extended period than she usually would send any other race? Like that's what we had to bring into question. Now you got to bring up every person that she's sentenced to prison can appeal now.
Absolutely.
They should appeal right now.
That's what I would be doing.
Like, hold on. Yeah. She said what?
No, listen. And look, Cat,
go ahead.
So look, she said, right, after saying all that and get exposed, she said, "I'm so sorry. I was on medication."
Oh, you was on medication.
So listen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, your appeal.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, I'm appealing because the judge sent me to 100 years because she was on medication.
Right.
She wasn't in her right mind.
Listen, when I committed the crime, I was on medication.
You know what I'm saying? So if that can work for her,
yeah,
it should work for me.
Well, my appeal should not fail me because of her lack in her professionalism, and because she is obvious racist.
Facts.
And when you're obvious racist that we have evidence on, and you're calling someone a nigger and a roach, how does that affect your sentence on me?
Facts.
I think I think the proof is in the pudding. How much you hated me when you sentenced me?
Yeah, because and that's it. And she's not the first.
No,
she ain't going to be the last.
Though. She's caught
because this is similar to another situation that happened in Boston, where there was judges that found out that some of the prosecution and the people behind were tampering with evidence. And tampering so much evidence that I think like over 300-400 people that got sentenced to jail behind the same lawyers and the same DAs and the same judge, they had to overturn it.
Come on,
because
man.
They realized to actually go off of this person's judgment was a bad look on them. And
that's the cold part.
Mm-hmm.
You're a judge, and this was your judgment. That means you should not ever. You're not even capable of making the right judgment because of your racist bias.
Come on.
You feel what I'm saying?
But stands on that statue that when you walk out of every court. I don't know if y'all know, but when y'all go outside of court, those that have to go to court and fight for themselves and shit, because I think we done been to court a few times.
Absolutely have.
Shit. If you ever go outside of court, the concept of judges is according to that statue that's out there where they have she has a blindfold over her face, which is basically saying like judgment is blind, like she's not like
she's dealing with facts.
She's not dealing with what she sees, but dealing with the facts.
You know what judge was really good? What was that judge name that judged O.J. Simpson's trial? He was really good.
Oh, the Asian dude.
Yeah, the Asian guy.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't biased.
No, yeah.
he had all the evidence in front of him and used the evidence that was for O.J. Simpson. Remember, we put the glove on.
Yeah.
And then, of course, what's my nigga name that died? The lawyer.
Oh, the black one or the
what's my nigga name?
Oh, Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran.
Yeah.
He did an amazing job, of course. But everyone knew that he did it.
Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't.
Nah.
It wasn't by what's that word they say?
It wasn't by reasonable doubt.
Is it reasonable doubt?
Yeah, it was. You have to prove beyond reasonable doubt.
Yeah, beyond reasonable doubt. It wasn't that. It was speculation.
Yeah.
And he didn't deal with speculation.
Nah, but see, there was so many holes in that case. I don't know.
No, of course. No, of course. I don't want to go into it.
Yeah, come.
But he easily. But no,
the way that he
they got him on the civil though.
Lance Ito.
There you
That's
go.
his name.
I remember Ito.
Judge Ito.
Yeah.
Judge Ito, because it was a lot of things in that case. But like I said, this is the thing. It was thoroughly done.
Right.
Like it wasn't taken with the perception of what was going to make the people happy, what was going to make my colleagues happy, those that I speak to on a regular basis. It was going to be, this is what the facts were. This is what I got to present and judge to, and whoever presents the best and paints this picture of what it really happened, I'm going to go about it the way that it needs to, be judged.
Right.
And he took it. And that's why, you know what I mean, in hindsight, you can have your opinion about it, you know what I'm saying? Because my whole thing, I looked at the case, that officer that pleaded the fifth the whole time, you know what I mean? He definitely looked a little spectacle.
Yeah, that was the one that killed it. That was what killed it.
That's what
and the tape.
Come on.
But anyways, let's get into these questions.
We water for listening to our segment. You know what I mean?
We're gonna get it right into these questions. The sister said exactly, appeal. She said a lot of these lawyers and judges are extremely corrupt. With my family member who was a Fed and lawyer was investigated. Absolutely, sister, they are extremely corrupt. You know what I mean? But in due time, we will get ours. We got some strong over there.
Yeah,
like if you don't mind handing the brother some. If we got some, is it done? Yeah. Oh, no sweat.
No, we out of here.
Okay, let's get into this, right? What does it mean to be in the world? Brother asked a question. What does it mean to be? That's something that we're very familiar with. We always say, we always would say, if you're not in the truth, you're a Christian.
Facts.
if I'll say it plainly for you like this: to be in the world is to not be within the ISUPK, and ain't no gray area within that, right?
Facts.
When we say you're in the world, you're someone who believes in the world more than you believe in the Bible, right? So when we say, "Oh, he's in the world," and mind you, do we love people in the world?
I love my mother.
Yeah, my mother's in the world. You get what I'm saying? My brother and my sister, they in the world. You get what I mean? I got family in the world. You get what I'm saying? But they in the world though.
Yeah, nah. There's
You
a
know,
separation.
There absolutely is a separation. Now, to not be in the world is to follow the law, statute, commands of the Most High, being ISUBK. Can you? Okay, this is the question that adverse that question, right? Before that, can you be in the truth and not be in ISUBK? That is the question. I would say no. I would say no because who is teaching the Bible in the correct manner as it should be taught other than ISUBK?
I would say to further your response, right? To say, can you be in the truth but be in the world? What is the how can you be in the world? Like, what is the truth to you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, who is to be in the truth is to have instruction.
Right.
So you can't be in the world without it. You can't be in the truth without instruction because we follow instructions.
In the Bible, Christ said, "I pray not for them. I don't pray for the world." Can you put that for me?
I don't
if you
pray
don't
for
mind?
them. I don't pray for. Yeah,
It's
I
in
got
John
you.
2 and
Yeah,
15.
kind of.
Give me John 2 and 15. But to be in the world is to not be a part of us.
John 17, right?
I got that's the other one, 4 and 17. That's two of them. But to be in the world is not to be a part of us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I know people hate to say they hate when we say, "Oh, just if we not in the ISUBK, we in the world." Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You're in the
unison,
world.
nigga.
Yeah, you're in the world if you're not with us. I'm sorry to tell you that. Are we right on everything in the Bible? Yes, we are. I know you hate that too. I know you hate it. But guess what? It is what it is.
Yep.
Like when you look at me, when you look at Quam, you look at Nazareth, these are real priests of God, ordained with an oil poured on our head. The Lord chose us to be priests over this nation. You might not like it, but who cares what you like?
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? We're not dealing with what you want Lord's prophets to be like or look like or sound like. You know what I'm saying? They hating that we drinking some liquor. Prophets drink some liquor, it's fine.
They call my king a wine bibber.
Yeah, they call Jesus Christ
Yeah,
a wine bibber, man.
listen.
They say that nigga is a motherfucking drunk ass nigga.
So
man.
when I drink, I feel right at home.
Yeah. I feel right with my king.
You know what I'm saying? I feel right at home.
I say, Salaki, so we can pour you up? Well, I can't wait till the day I say, Salaki, you want some more?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gadol hard.
Yeah. Gadol hard.
Nigga.
Give me that nail. Kind of one kind. Yeah. You know, I got a whole supply in my section of the world, sir.
He said, it's like, sir, I heard you like how I run the play over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We producing nothing yayo. Like it ain't nobody's business.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
I got them Chinese working on that, sir.
You know what I mean?
And I got my SUBCRIBE brothers over there to make sure it's to wives, sir. So.
You know what I mean?
But you know,
those that ain't worthy of judging.
To be in the world is to be, someone who's against Christ, man. Someone's against this holy convocation of men and women in the ISUBK. To be in the world is to be someone who is distasteful about what we bring out in the Bible and the truth. To be in the world is to someone who celebrates holidays and loves the world more than they love the Most High. That's to be in the world. And to be in the truth is someone who sacrifices everything for your King and the Most High. Your King being Christ and the Most High being your overlord over everything. You know what I mean? So we look at the Most High as someone we want to impress through our King who taught us how to serve the Most High. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what we look at it as. And if you're in the world, you're someone who's against us, or you're someone who doesn't participate in doing or observing or obeying what the Most High laid down. So if you could read that for me.
Yeah, cut on Khan. John chapter 17, verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
Right. The Lord said, I pray for them. Who is them? Them is us. We need the prayers. We need the prayers. We rocking with them. He said, I pray for them. I pray not for the world. like that was so heavy of Christ because it showed you the separation between not only black people and white people, because that was already a separation. He showed you a separation from black people in the truth and black people in the world, Hispanic people in the truth and Hispanic people in the world. We need the prayers, not them. They gave up on the Lord, man. They didn't want to hear what the Most High laid or what Christ laid down. He said, "Man, I'm gonna pray for them. Them cats out that served me, that laid down their life for me, man. I pray for them, man. I don't pray for the world." Go ahead.
But for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
Mm-hmm.
And-
For the people that has given to the Christ, for they are Christ. Go ahead.
And all mine are thine.
And all mine are thine. Go ahead.
And thine are mine, and I am glorified in them.
Man, we glorify the Lord through how we serve him, man. That's why we got to be excellent servants, man. You feel me? What verse is that?
That's verse 10.
What chapter?
Chapter 17.
Let me get John 2 and 15.
Oh, you want? I got you.
Is it John or 1 John 2?
First John, yeah, 1 John 2 and 15 for I got you. Yeah,
Get
I
that
know
real
you're going.
quick. We'll pull that one time, man. To be in the world, man, is to be, without security. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're not saved in the ISUBK.
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saved. Kwame is not saved. These brothers in here is not saved. These sisters in here are not saved. We are protected, though. We're protected. If we are keeping the law, statutes, commandments, we're protected from the Lord. That's what he promised us, of protection. But now, we are trying to be saved. We're trying to get on a chariot. We're trying to make it to the end. We're trying to endure to the end. We're trying to do all these things. But we have to continue to fight, man. That's why people can't be in the truth, because they rather be in the world, because the world doesn't require you to fight. The world doesn't require you to be strong and be different. The world allows you to do whatever the hell you want to do. But the truth requires so much out of you. You, if you're weak, you'll hate it. Go ahead.
I think I should go to John 15. I think that's what you wanted.
You had John, 1 John 2 and 15.
Yeah, I got 1 John, but you sure you don't want this one?
Nah, go to 2 and 15.
Okay, I got you.
Nah, go ahead.
No, this is chapter 15.
Oh, okay.
I got you right now.
No sweat.
So
you good.
1 second. Let me grab this. I just had it. Here we go. 1 John 2 and 15.
Go ahead.
1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Henceforth, nope, that's not what I want. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell is this? Here we go. 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world.
Love what?
Love not the world.
Don't love the world. Go ahead.
Neither the things that are in the world.
Or the things that are in the world. Go ahead.
If any man love the world,
Mm-hmm.
the love of the Father is not in him.
If you love the world, the love of the Father is not in you, man. You get what I'm saying? That's all. So to be in the world is to not have the love of the Father. If you want the love of the Father, it's to be against the world. That's it. The sister asked this, though. Shalom, brothers, I have a question that I would like to ask. Is serving jury duty against the law of the Most High? And if so, what should I do in any case? Go ahead, Quan.
Salakia, and I'm gonna explain to you why, because I just recently got out of jury duty.
Mm-hmm.
Jury duty is not against the law. You know what I'm saying? It is, it is a part of one of the things coming into the truth and understanding. We serve the laws, all the laws of the Bible, and we serve the laws of the land. Meaning what? We do what we have to do to survive here, but we don't do anything to compromise, the laws of God. And in serving jury duty is not compromising the laws of God. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why you need to serve jury duty. I recently went to jury duty, and I realized how important it is for you to go and sit in that place amongst those 15 jurors, because usually it's 12 jurors, and they have 3 jurors as are fill-ins. So if anything ever happens to you, you get sick or whatever the case may be, they'll be able to fill in because they're hearing the exact same case that you're hearing. And being in a jury, right, I got to see how weak the other nations were and how easily they will persuade one another to accommodate destroying a Black and Hispanic man out of their own feelings and emotions. Like you being on a jury as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, seeing someone like yourself gives that brother or sister an opportunity that you don't even believe. Like, you could actually save a brother or sister's life by being on a jury. And I've seen it because I was in a situation where a brother could have got really railroaded, and I was in a position to make those around me think logical, think outside of their own personal experiences, and really sit down and really examine the facts. So much that everything that happened in that jury that I was sitting in went in a brother's direction. It went for him, and he won that case. And it was beautiful in my sight, because if not for myself, and I'm just not going to take it for me, but there was a bunch of SUBCRIBE brothers that were there too, for not being the authority and actually being the one to speak up and persuade the other brothers and sisters, the brothers that were there, to look at who we are and what we suffer. They would have went with what was comfortable. And so it's not a sin. It's actually something that we need to do a little bit more and stop avoiding, because it's very, very beneficial. Because one day, your uncle, your son, your nephew, your friend's family member is going to be on jury, is going to be on trial, and I would hate for him to have to be up there with nothing but a bunch of white, oppressors and Asian oppressors, thinking nothing more of who he is but just a piece of garbage, and then we wonder why. And then we wonder why he is in jail doing 100 years, doing 50 years, never seeing his children again, because we don't take the time to do what we got to do and handle our business.
I feel you. Or you could just show up in UPK headscarf, war scarf, or headpiece as a sister. UPK dress and be like, they'd be like, oh, you're dismissed.
Doesn't work.
You're dismissed. Get out of here.
It'll work in some cases, but slaggy. So I came in that joint ready.
Yeah. You're dismissed.
And I thought they wasn't gonna choose me.
Yeah.
They chose me though.
They chose on you.
You know what I'm saying? I was sitting there like, ain't this a...
You was posing to be chosen, brother.
Look, you know what I mean? It was one of those things.
It was like, this nigga is righteous.
You know what it was? Look.
Go ahead.
It's funny because I remember.
Didn't you become like the head?
I was the chairman. I was the foreman. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
So look, I sit in that joint, right, and I'm talking, and they ask, were anybody in here gun owners? We got a background on you. So I got guns. I'm like, I got guns and whatnot. Okay, we're gonna ask you questions. So I start talking, and the whole room is listening.
Yeah.
And the lawyers, you can see, because before there's a whole setting behind it.
Yeah, man, juror number 9. Why they got this nigga in
You know what I'm
here,
saying? Like, you see, before the whole jury deliberation process is you go through sitting in a room, and they ask you a bunch of questions. They ask you biases. They ask you about, could you judge this morally without putting your emotions involved? Do you have any relationship with the people involved in the case, etc., right? And then between the prosecution and the defense, they're all looking at who is going to help, push their narrative of how they're going to win the case. And so I'm talking, and I'm just talking, pushing the truth, regular, like how we were taught and trained to be professional. And you could just see, how I'm talking. One of us just like, I think I can persuade him. In their mind, you can think like, I'm looking at them and like, I think I can persuade
they know when they know when a nigga is bright. They're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
We got us one.
Yeah, and that was it. And then all of a sudden, they letting people go. You're sitting in that room, and they're juror number 15. You've been released. Thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm.
Juror number this, and thank you for your time. And you like get down like, you like, okay, judge, yeah. Juror number 4, what can I do for you? What's going on with the rest of us? You're going to be here for a while. Like, I'm going to be here for a matter of fact, can you switch seats and end up being a foreman? It was down. It was ridiculous.
We'll move on, right?
Yeah,
Question. I'm in the truth, but my husband is not.
Mm-hmm.
He tells me to do things that are not in the spirit, such as celebrate birthdays, etc. How do I handle the situation?
You don't do anything that breaks the law of God.
That's so crazy. I'm going to give it to you like this, right? There's a man, you in the truth as a woman, right? You in the truth as a woman, and your man is trying to make you sin, right? Oh, no, we gonna celebrate my birthday. You feel me? You ain't gonna celebrate my birthday? Like, damn, you really evil, or you, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so cold because it's such a rare thing for a man to tell a woman, make a woman sin. It's
the opposite. You don't remember what you're saying?
Yeah, like when a man is in the truth and his woman's in the world, this nigga is going to sin. because this woman has vagina that he needs, and he wants to do whatever to make her
To
happy.
please her.
Yeah, so like it's so crazy so like if you're a woman and you come into the truth and your husband in the truth, I it's not like it's not ever done.
It happens.
It happens, but it's so much the other way.
No, right facts.
So when a woman says, "My husband, he wants me to get high with him," does he really? My husband, he wants me to celebrate his birthday and my kid's birthday. Does he really?
Yeah.
I don't even see it
kind of believe that
as a thing. But now, if you told me the other way, when you're a brother and your woman's in the world and she said, "We're gonna celebrate this Christmas," and you like, "Yes,
Yep, because
yes, ma'am."
And you know what? You know why you understand that to be the case?
Yeah.
POP.
What's POP?
Power of pussy.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
That's
Damn.
it. That's what it boils down to.
I mean, but that's facts.
It's a late night show, right?
Yeah, it's a late night show.
Look, it's the power of pussy. That's why we can't understand it. Like one way we can understand it, but the other way it's like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Because you hold the cards in your hand.
Like, if you go read it apocrypha and what men did over vagina is crazy. So now, so now, okay, let's say you're in that situation that your man is telling you, we're gonna celebrate my child's birthday, or we're gonna, we're going to eat this pork, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot obey your husband in that stance.
Absolutely.
That's when you can disobey your husband because he cannot make you sin. You feel what I'm saying? So now, if he trying to make you sin, he is so wrong and he's so evil about it, but you don't do it. And the opposite though, let's do it the other way. If your woman says, "Nigga, I'm gonna leave you if you don't celebrate Christmas with my babies this year," brother, let her leave, man.
Pack her fucking clothes.
Do not celebrate that Christmas, man. Like that'd be such a test. Like the thing is this: she trying to be your God. She trying to tell you your God is weak.
Facts.
And she's bigger than your God because you ain't giving the kids a Christmas, man. And you like, you know what, man? I do love my daughter, though. I do love my son. This is my last Christmas celebrating.
Y'all ever seen Bernie Mac and what's that movie with him and Soul Man?
Yeah, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. That's exactly what you gotta
fuck
say.
Them kids.
Like what you're saying is you know what I mean? You gotta be in that spirit. Like it's crazy that you said that, sir, because like it's a lot of brothers that are gonna be dealing with that in a couple of days. You're going to be feeling like less of a man because you did not want to partake in an evil act.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because your woman made you feel like less of a man because you know what I hate? Like, but my homegirl and her and this person, they doing everything. They doing what's that garbage they do? They do the angry, what's it called? It's the ugly sweater kind.
Ugly sweater.
The ugly sweater.
Ugly
picture.
Sweater. No, it's an ugly sweater party.
Ugly sweater party.
Yeah.
They do the pajamas. I seen
party.
They do like the new pajamas.
Christmas party.
You know what I mean? Like you feel like you're
New
wrong.
Year's Eve party.
You feel like you're wrong because you don't associate yourself with that because she's seeing her own friends and colleagues and family participate, and it makes you feel like, you know what I mean, you're nothing because she's trying to make you feel like nothing because you're not trying to be like them.
That's such a feeling. I can see why you can be hypnotized to some fuck shit if you're weak. I can see it. Like I can definitely see it because this is one of my niggas' favorite shit, Captain Quam. He said the spirit of inclusion.
Yeah.
Remember you say that shit all the time. I can't. The spirit of inclusion is strong, but it's an illusion.
You feel me?
It's an illusion. Like the illusion of wanting to feel included into everything is a man,
demon.
That's a demon to like another level because being left out does not feel normal.
No,
like that is not a normal feeling to be like, oh, what do I do with myself?
And you know where it comes from too?
Yeah,
it comes from adolescence. No. When you were a kid.
Oh my goodness.
When you feel like
it's almost like a bullying.
Yeah, that's what it is. It is a bullying tactic because remember playing sports. You never wanted to be the last nigga that they go,
right?
Should I pick him? Because you didn't get picked, you felt left out. Like that feeling, you'd be like,
I remember when I got picked like that before. I was the youngest there, and it was like they told me I was like, It's like, it's picking football teams. They're like, I'll take Chubby Boy right there. They call me Chubby. Chubby. Oh
Man,
I'm gonna have to really do this nigga in now. He don't know
man,
me.
Cat,
I remember that shit
Yeah,
though.
real
And,
talk.
but the spirit of it is, hold on, bro. Like you underestimate me,
Maybe.
or I'm a loser.
That's exactly
Like,
what it,
am
I'm
I
a loser.
you
And then
know?
that's it. Cause I used to remember like I used to hoop and like, but I wasn't I had a real great growth spurt.
Yeah.
Because anytime before when it was I say freshman year, you won't believe it. I was only 5 feet tall.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like a whole foot bigger.
Yeah.
But I was 5 feet. So like before then, you know, but I used to hoop. I was nice.
Yeah.
And so like you want to go play with the older kids.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, yo, pick me, man. I'm nice, man. And you'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, pick the whack nigga. You knew you was better than them, but it was just like, damn, man, like, why am I not included in this?
Yeah.
And it would do something to you.
Yes,
and that's the spirit, but you gotta fight that.
That's the spirit of inclusion. You got to fight it. Go ahead, Slack.
No, that was it. Like you just gotta fight it, and that's the problem. What's going on? Like that's the problem with brothers and sisters these days that want to be involved and included. You're not willing to fight. You're not willing to stand on your integrity. Like your morals mean nothing anymore.
You know how weird it is to say. You know how weird it is to say, but it's so righteous to say, I'm not going to celebrate this Christmas. God hates Christmas. Like, imagine how weird it is to say to a person in the world. But then you're saying it because you stand on a principle of not breaking the laws of God. So you're saying you're not going to make me celebrate Christmas because of what I believe in and my obedience to the Most High.
Facts.
So now someone who's in the world says, you fucking weird. Hey, Shalom, cause I got my nigga. You know?
Oh yeah, that's DC.
He up in this motherfucker.
Man, what's up, Ak? Man, what's happening, man? That's my nigga, man.
But you know how
rolling with that brother, man.
How weird that is, though.
No, real talk.
So now you have to say that, and you don't even have the strength to even say it because it's not even who you are. You're becoming a new person, but you have to do it.
Yeah,
you have to say it and stand on it, though.
Yeah, and that's why we say it's going to be hard coming into the truth and saying that you're in the truth. And why we say if you're not nice, UBK, you're not in the truth, because in here, you know, we've grown accustomed to doing suffering. Like that's really what it boils down to.
Suffering is a great thing.
Like, what makes you in the truth is y'all always asking, and us not in the truth. That's always the major question. And it's and y'all try to make it such a drawn out answer.
Right.
And it's not. It's very simple. You know what the difference is? We suffer and you don't.
Facts.
We are willing, like I tell brothers this all the time, we are willing to lose everything that matters to you to gain everything that matters to the Lord. Facts. You know what I mean? And they don't want to understand. And they don't. Why don't understand that? Because you never wanted something in your life. You never like you've been so accustomed to losing. Winning to want to win is like, what? Why do that?
Winning.
You know what I mean?
I can land in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, we can. There's got to be a gray area.
I can disguise myself.
Listen, I don't have time for that.
That's in the Bible too, about disguising yourself with what Adam will put
fig trees.
Fig leaves and putting yourself in different
hiding themselves among the other nations.
Right. Before they was naked and not ashamed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Then they was naked and ashamed.
You feel me?
Come on.
That's why the scripture says very clearly, man, blessed be he who was not offended in me, man. Mm-hmm. Like, we ain't playing with this, man. Like, I walk tall with these fringes on.
Facts.
I walk tall letting people know the white man is the oppressor. I walk tall knowing that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are my people. I walk tall putting my children in correction, women in correction. Like, and I don't sugarcoat for nothing.
Hey man, I got years under my belt where motherfuckers know nothing is happening.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me? Like, oh yeah, I don't celebrate that. Oh yeah, you know, like whenever my birthday is, they were like, don't even hit me no more. Before they used to try to do it, I'm like, stop all that shit.
No, real talk.
Like, really got to stop that, though.
Yeah.
You know? And now that I haven't got it in years, because everyone knows around me, like, who I am. And they still love me.
No.
They respect it now. Before they used to hate me. They used to not like me. I was the most uncomfortable, awkward motherfucker around. But then I still 10 toes down, on my feet, strong. And now it's regular. Now it's regular to be like, oh, yeah, he do this.
You know what's crazy, sir, right? This is the cold part, and I love that so much because these individuals, they now they are now your mouthpiece.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I don't have to tell you I don't celebrate. Like imagine us sneezing in a room and somebody go and they go, "Oh, bless you," is what they'll say.
Yeah.
And we don't say shit.
Yeah.
And now you get people to go, "Oh no, y'all don't know that he don't like what? Wait, oh I didn't know." Like
saying bless you ain't a sin, but it's just not our way.
It's not our spirit. It's not the spirit.
Yeah,
it's like you know what I mean. Like we was bringing out earlier, stay away from things that have the appearance of evil. Like we don't do the things you do, and that's the thing. Like a lot of these brothers, like and sisters that are in the world, you're willing to compromise your integrity. I'm willing to suffer. I'm willing to make like I love it when my kids. This is like it's like a badge of honor for me when my kids like they'll go, "Oh, Christmas time and this and that." You'll hear certain family members and like, what's going on with you and your dad? Oh, my dad doesn't celebrate Christmas. He don't celebrate none of that.
My oldest daughter says, she used to tell me like 2 years ago, but she was a little younger. She's 8 now, I think. She's 7 or 8. And she's like, she used to tell me when she was young, she's like, Dada hates Christmas. Dada hates birthdays. And because I tell her, like, I would tell her, like, literally, like, she'll ask me, because she's in the world. She was in the world. And she'll say, why you don't celebrate Christmas? I said, like God, in the Bible, God hates Christmas. Baby.
Yeah.
That's why I don't celebrate it. She's like, you don't celebrate birthdays. I said, in the Bible, baby, God hates birthdays. He's against it. So I don't celebrate those things. So like she'll tell me like how much when she was 5. Now she's 8 or 7.
Yeah,
and she's like,
now
she like she understands it more. But I remember her saying that, and I'll have to tell her that because I'm always trying to teach her.
You're reinforcing.
Yeah, always trying to teach her like, look, this is why I don't do that. You know what I mean? One day I hope you don't. I know you go to your mother and maybe she does, but one day I hope you don't. When she with me, she don't celebrate. Goddamn.
No, absolutely. Like they know, and that's the beautiful thing, and that's because integrity matters. Like our like what's the best way to say it, sir? We really want the fucking kingdom.
Yeah, man.
Like I don't say that I want it. I like just because it sounds good.
Yeah.
I really want to rule over you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to sit back and like I want. This is just a fantasy, but I want to be in the kingdom and you go, damn nigga, you see that motherfucking? Well, what the fuck is that? Like, oh, that belonged to him. That belonged to Kwame right there. Like, that little peep, yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord blessed me with. Okay. And I wanted you to look at it and know I deserve to have it. You know what I mean? And that's where my mind goes. So for that to get that, I got to do this. Okay. You know what I mean? But y'all brothers, y'all gonna say, listen, yeah, you know what you're gonna do? They're not gonna call it, what is this shit? They're not gonna call it they don't call it Thanksgiving, they call it Friendsgiving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't call it Christmas, we call it
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're gonna call it something. You're gonna do anything to try to disassociate yourself, but in reality, you're associating yourself. Okay. I won't compromise my integrity. Our brothers won't compromise our integrity. And that's why we will tell you in your face to your wife, who you're afraid of.
You're afraid of.
Listen, I'm not afraid of none of my women at all. Mm-hmm. If they thought it, they better reevaluate and think again. You know what I'm saying? But that's the difference between me and you. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to lose everything to gain everything.
Hello. Hey, with that, man, I'm Priest Captain Gadolhar. It's Priest Captain Cornwall. Thank you for joining us again on a late night show every Thursday. We'll be back next week. We appreciate y'all for joining in. Bring your questions in next week. We'll answer every single one of them.
Jerome Hyman gonna be in AZ in a few weeks.
AZ, hey, Jerome Hyman falling on Arizona January 6th. We're going crazy in Arizona. We're finna drive out there. We're gonna go first Friday out there at half camp. It's gonna be wild, man. You feel me? We about to go get a section or two Friday and Saturday. It's going crazy out there, man. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to Abba, shout out to Lahal, shout out to Ahmadazan Parak. You feel me? Kabana Razan in Arizona. We're gonna be out there, man. We can't wait for it. Ooh, we pulling up. Hey, shalom.